have a texter texting in. She says, they say, I understand you guys need something to talk about, but how are we still talking about this team somehow, mathematically, with all the variables going against them, having a winning season and trying to make the playoffs? So this is a pet peeve I have. It's not that other teams don't deserve a lot of coverage. That I absolutely agree with. It's that if the Seahawks aren't winning, you just say, well, close the book on this season and move on. I'm sorry. Last time I checked, this was a team that has a franchise quarterback they're paying $35 million to, an all-pro middle linebacker getting $18 million a year, a strong safety you just paid $17.5 million a year. You have a front office, a head coach, and a GM that have been together for the better part of 10 years, for actually 10 years heading into this season. You have every single reason to be a winning franchise, and yet you are not. That's still a discussion worth having. You don't just suddenly decide that if your team, with all the weapons to be good, is not being good, that you throw the book away and you just say, oh, well, there's always next year. No. You aren't the Jags. You aren't a team heading in here with absolutely no expectations. You're a team that started your year with Super Bowl expectations. You know what a fascinating conversation is to me? Why you aren't in the race right now. Why aren't you competing for a Super Bowl right now? Why are you 2-4? Why are you with Bobby Wagner, right? With Jamal Adams, with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, with Russell Wilson when he was healthy. You've got this new offensive coordinator from one of the best offensive systems in the league in the last 5 or 6 years. You've got Pete Carroll, the winningest head coach you've ever had, and one of the most successful coaches on the NFL and collegiate level. You have all of these reasons to be a winning team. Why are you just deciding that, losing is enough for you? It's not enough for this team. I can guarantee you the players on this team are incredibly disappointed and frustrated. In fact, I know they are, because DK Metcalf's press conference after their last loss at home, he sounded so frustrated. And not even frustrated, he sounded mad. It was a sobering press conference. You had this guy who's probably used to winning, but also knows they have the weapons to win, who's disappointed and doesn't know the answer. That, to me, is a fascinating conversation, and it's one we should be having.